Hey guys, what's up? Shin0525 here. Happy Sonic Month. And we're doing a drawing video today because it's Sunday and we do drawing videos on Sunday. Or at least I do. But anyway, we are drawing Chaos Boosted Shadow. If you don't know, Shadow the Hedgehog has these inhibitor rings on his like wrists and ankles. And basically when these rings fall off, or he takes them off, he gets like he's able to use like 100% of his like chaos power, and he turns like kind of red, it kind of like explodes with like energy. So yeah, it's a really cool form for Shadow. Not even a form, just a cool thing he can do. So this is what we're drawing today, and this video was requested by Alex Rocky. Thank you so much for the request. But yeah, not much more else to say. So get your pencils ready and let's jump in. Alright guys, so to start off drawing a shadow here, what we're going to do is draw a nice big circle. Something like that. Again, keep it light, this is just a gesture. And once we got that circle done, we can draw in a kind of another oval, like right underneath, right here, like this. And then we can get another big circle right here. This is going to be his hand. You can have another hand right about here. Gesture that in with a circle. If you want to, you can draw a little curved line, kind of making the arm here and here. And then we're going to get a nice big circle down here for his shoe. And then we're going to have another one for his like ankle part. And have a leg going up here. And then this leg will go out and over. The ankle part, kind of the shoe here. And that's pretty much good for the gesture that we need. I kind of have like a nice little placement for everything. And yeah, now we can just jump into detail here. So we're going to start off with his head. I'll start off drawing the crosshairs on the circle. They would look something like this. He's kind of looking down a little bit. Like his head's pointing down, but his eyes are looking up. Just to show he's super angry. But, so now that we got the crosshairs done, what we're going to do is draw kind of like a C shape. So nice little curved line right in the middle here. It's going to go down, kind of curve around so you get like a little C. And then we're going to extend this line kind of straight up like this. Like that. And then we're going to start a little bit before this line ends and draw a little curve line going in like this. We'll have another one on the edge here. And now we'll draw in his other eye, which we're not going to see a lot of. It's basically going to just be this curved line that curves down and goes up and in like this. And then we could draw in kind of his muzzle. So we're going to basically start a little bit like right here at the edge of this little C shape. And we're just going to draw a curved line curving down and then up like that. It kind of connects into this line right here. And then here, kind of be down, and it'll curve over, and in like this. So you get kind of like a little like duck shape, like that. But then we'll draw in his nose, which his nose will be right about here. And it's basically just this kind of little bean shape that goes off, like that. And if you want to, you can draw a little half circle in there like that, and then shade the nose in. Like that. Easy stuff. And now we're going to draw in his eye, but his eye's a little tricky because sometimes when he goes in chaos like boost mode, it's sometimes not even there. So it's just like kind of like a solid color. But if you want to draw in his eye, what you could do is draw a nice little dot in the middle here, like that. And this is like a good way to show like anger. And then we're gonna kind of get like a circle around it, like an oval, but we're only gonna get part of it. So you're gonna draw like a little hook here and then a little hook here. You don't want it like completely connected. And then we'll draw like kind of like a bigger version of that right here like this. So it gets like kind of like that crazy eye look. And then we can finish off the eyebrow by drawing a curved line going up and kind of wrapping around this eye right here. And now we could draw on the rest of his head, so I'm going to zoom out a little bit. And we're going to start about here, and we're where this kind of like curves in, we're going to start like a nice long curve line. Like right about here. It's going to curve up. Get to a point and then kind of curve down like this. So that's one. It's going to kind of curve in a little bit. And then where his head is over here, we're going to get a nice little curve line like that. And then we can draw on the rest of his spikes. So as you know, Shadow's spikes are kind of pointed upwards. So it's going to go out, kind of go up, and go down and over like that. So that's one spike. And then we'll have another spike right here. Go down, up, and kind of over and in like that. That's pretty good, and we can draw the highlights in, so we can extend this line out a little bit more, and basically just draw a line hugging that one, and then same deal here, extend this line out, and then just go to the tip there. And then here we could draw a line starting from the tip, and so we can go down, follow this curve down, kind of go into like this little V right here, and then go up. Those are all Shadow's highlights. And now we could draw on his ears. So this ear would be kind of curve, like it starts here, kind of curves in and up, and then goes down. So you get like a really rounded kind of like triangle. It almost looks like a horn, almost. Like that. And in the middle here, we're going to draw a little curve line going down. And then from this corner, we're going to draw a nice little curve line right there. And then for this ear, what we're going to do is basically draw this big triangle without a bottom. Actually, you know what? I don't like that. See, what we just did there is I made a tangent. And what that is that's when you draw a line that lines up with another line, and it makes it look bad. So what we're going to do is take this ear and kind of just draw it out on an angle. Like that. Actually, I still don't like that either. I want to go up. I'll just move it to the side a little bit more. So we'll start about here. So we go up and down like that. So you get a triangle without a bottom. And then you get a triangle with a bottom. And then a little curved line from this corner to here. And now we could draw in his mouth. So his mouth over here, it's basically going to be this curved line going up like this. And then it's going to curve down and in and have a little dip in before it goes up. Like that. I can zoom in a little bit more. And now we can draw in his teeth, which his teeth are pretty easy. It's just this curved line, and then you get a little spike, and then a little curved line down there like that. So super easy. And now we can kind of I'm going to refine his muzzle shape. It stopped about there. Give it a little bit more room under the mouth. So it's pretty much good for his head. And now what we could do is kind of jump into his arms and body a little bit more. So this hand is going to kind of cover up this part of the face. So don't worry if like it kind of looks a little bit off. We're going to have a fist covering it. So I'm going to draw that in a little bit better. So what you're going to do is you're going to draw kind of like a straight line like this. And then it's going to curve down and in like that. And it'll have a little bit of depth right here with a line going down. And then kind of pops out a little bit. So it's pretty much good for the gesture, for the fist that we need. If you want to, you can draw on the 1, 2, 3, and 4 knuckles. And then we're going to have kind of like his wrist part right here. Like that. And then his arm's going to kind of curve in and go in that way. Like that. And then we'll get a little bit better of a body shape here. A nice little curve line. Again, this is still just a gesture. I'm just kind of feeling things out so I could have a better idea of where to draw stuff. A nice little curve line right here for the body. This leg's going to go out and in like this. And then kind of go up and over. this leg will start about here and kind of be like this little upside down U shape, like that. Then we'll get like his tag right here for his shoe, and we'll get the rest of the shoe kind of here, like that. We'll have like the little ankle part. Then I'll go down to his shoe here. And then we'll have this hand, which will just be a series of 4 circles, kind of like that, and we'll refine this one later. Okay, so now that I got a little bit better of an idea of like his kind of body and where everything is, we'll jump into the hand now. So I'm actually going to kind of erase a little bit of overlap here, just to make it clearer. So we got the little curve line, the 4 circles for the fingers, and basically what's going to happen is the fingers are going to go out, down, and in like this, and we'll have another one here, another one here, and another one there. And basically what you want to do is start kind of like around this knuckle and just draw a line going out, kind of curve it down, over, and then in like this. So you get a nice little kind of, looks like kind of like a hook a little bit. And then we're going to start in the middle here and just draw a curve line that curves around and up, and then it's going to go into this finger, which we'll get in a second. But now we'll draw the rest of the fingers in. I actually don't want this dipping in so much. Kind of straighten it out a little bit, like that. And we'll start here and just draw a curve line going over, up, and then down, like that. One here, down, and then another one that follows this line and goes down and in like that. And then you get a straight line going across like this, just to give it a little bit of depth. And then we're going to get a curve line right about here. So a little bit before this line ends, you get a curve line, and then one more right there to show the fold in his gloves, like where his finger's bending. Again, a little tricky, a little hard to describe the shapes here, but it honestly shouldn't be too bad. So you should get a shape that kind of looks like that. And now then once we got that down, we could draw in kind of like the tag part of his glove, which is super simple to draw. Basically this curve line going out like this, and it's going to curve over and then in. And then what we're going to get here is a little curve line that pops out, and then it's just going to hug this line here like that. And then you get a nice little kind of square in the middle here. So there's a line going up and over. And then you get a curve line that curves over, kind of dips in a little bit. And now we're going to draw his inhibitor ring falling off. So to draw that in, what we're going to do is draw a nice little curve line like this. Kind of round off the edges here and have it curve up and then in. You can kind of give it a little bit of depth by drawing like a little curved side on this. And then we're going to follow this curve right here, like that, to give it a little bit of depth. And then we could draw in his arm that goes around it, like that. And I think you'd actually see the highlight on his arm right here. So you can just draw a little curve line like that. Perfect. Now you could draw in his chest fur. So basically draw that in, you just start a little bit before this line and draw a curve line going in like this. And it's going to curve up and go into 3 spikes here, so 1, 2, and 3. Super simple, and then it'll go into the body line right there. Kind of erase some overlap so you can see it a little bit better. Kind of darkening this as well. So that's all good. Next thing we're going to draw is his hand over here, which is a little complicated, but nothing really too bad. It's just complicated because it's kind of hard to describe the shapes. Very similar to this hand, actually. So basically what we're going to do is we have these 4 circles going on this arc like this, and there's going to be a thumb kind of about here. But the fingers are going to curve up, so it looks something like this. And again, you want this to be on an arc as well. And now we're just going to kind of draw in the finger shapes. And I like starting with the middle finger and this finger because this is where we'll see the gap in between them. So basically I'll start about here and draw a curved line kind of curving inwards like this. And it's going to go straight and out around this knuckle, go in, up, around, kind of down like this. And then kind of the same thing over here. So we're going to go down, over, up, kind of curve it up and in like that. And then the pinky is going to be right here, and it's going to just kind of be off of this finger. It's going to go over, up, and in like that. And then this finger, you'll see a little bit more of it than the pinky, so it's going to go out a little bit more, curve over, up, kind of curve in like this. Like that. So again, it's very hard to describe like kind of what these shapes look like, but just kind of follow along and you should be able to get it pretty easy. Again, it's not a super hard shape to draw, just a little tricky. So just kind of curve it over, down and in. And now we're going to draw on the thumb, but what we're going to do is we're going to have like energy coming out of his hand, like kind of like fire almost. It's actually chaos energy, but it kind of looks like fire. So to kind of give like a little bit more detail, what we're going to do is draw the thumb, which is going to be, it's going to go out, kind of curve in, have a little bit of a dip going down, and then in, and then you'd see the palm a little bit, and another palm right here like that. But what we're going to do is we're going to draw it very sketchy. So we're going to draw like very jagged lines like this. Again, you probably can't really tell that much of a difference on camera since we're sketching it out. But you can put like little like gaps in between, like here and a little bit over here like that. Make it look very like scratchy and just not solid. Like make it a little bit of a difference. So it'll look a little bit better when the fire's around it, so it kind of looks like it's inside. Hard to explain, but once you got that down, kind of make it look a little scratchy, a little sketchy, really. Or more sketchy than the rest of the sketch here. Then what we're going to do is draw in kind of the fire, and basically just kind of draw little like fire shapes. So it kind of goes up, kind of free flowy. Again, there's no exact shape for this stuff, so something like that. Going around, and then you can kind of erase some of the overlap here where the fire kind of like overlaps with the head. Like that. I'll darken it in a little bit too. Just for the sake of clarity. There we go. So you should get a shape that kind of looks something like this. And again, the sketchiness of the thumb here kind of helps push that, like, I don't know, it's like more energy-esque. So we got that. And you could also draw a little bit of embers coming out. Here and here. Maybe one here. A little bit right there. Helps, makes it look complete. And now that we got that down, what we could also include is when Shadow's in his Chaos Boost form, he has energy like kind of coming out of his eyes a little bit. So to draw that in, it's pretty much this shape, just kind of like, it would follow like this curve going off of his eyes right here. So to just draw that in, you kind of follow this, and then you just draw kind of like the jaggedy shapes that we had before. Like that. So nothing too crazy. And now all we need to do is kind of, actually what we can do is you see a little bit of his arm right here, and it's basically just kind of like this little U shape right here like this. It's kind of real dark. There we go. So you include that too. Depending on how you make the fire, you might see more or less of it. Now that we got that done, we could draw in his shoes, which we'll start with this one because this one's a little bit more complicated than the other one. So yeah. So what we're going to do is draw a tag thing, very similar to this one here. This one's head on. So basically what you do is just kind of follow this shape that we have here. And then just draw another one kind of hugging it. Like that. And then we'll get a nice little square right here on the bottom. And this is a pretty good line for his shoe, or his leg right here. So we just kind of follow that. And now for his shoe, it's a little complicated because he has like kind of the jet booster right here. So we can kind of draw that in. So just know there's going to be a circle like right here. And to draw it off, I like doing this kind of big U shape that goes around the shoe like this as like kind of like a baseline. And then what we're going to do is draw a curve line going over, kind of curve up, straighten out right here, and then straighten out and go down like this. And then here we're going to get a line going out, up, over, and then over. So you get a line hugging kind of this curve that we have here. Kind of connect the corner here and here. And now we're going to get a line going down from this corner, over, kind of up. And then we're going to get kind of like this U shape that goes around this kind of like circle that we have here. And in like this. And now we could draw the jet booster, which basically is a circle like that. And then we're going to get kind of like a straight line going out, kind of following this circle like this. And then you get a nice little curve line to give it a little bit of depth. Like that. And again, I think this is the hardest part of like for the shoes. So yeah, it's a little tricky. Hard because there's like straight lines in it and like a lot of curves. But once you get it down, it should look something like that. And now we could draw this foot, which is, in my opinion, slightly easier than the other one. So we're actually going to darken in the leg here. Kind of refine the shape. Something like that. And now we'll draw the tag. So to draw this one in, we're going to start about here and just draw a curve line that kind of follows this kind of shape here. Then it's going to go down. And then we're going to draw a little curve line, and then it's going to go up. And then just kind of follow this line and go in like this. And then we're going to get a nice little curve line that curves down here. And then we'll get the little square right there for the tag. And then for his ankle part, basically what you're going to do is just get a little curve line right here like this. You can even include it here. So basically just like this little oval that goes around his leg here. And then we're going to get a line curving over, kind of up and in, like that. And now we could get the shoe shape, which the shoe shape on this one's a lot easier. It's a curve line going down, kind of bumps up just slightly, and then goes down, curves over, straightens out, and then goes back up. And then right here we're going to get a U shape, so nice upside down U. And now we'll just draw in his jet booster. So we're going to kind of follow this line. So we get a curve line, follow it down and over like this. And then we'll get a line going out, down, over, and then up like that. And you'll see a little bit of the jet booster here, which is just a line going down, over, and then in like this. And then here we're just going to get a line going down and then in right there. And then here just kind of curve up. Here curve over, up, and in. And we'll get a color change on his shoe that follows this line right here. And just curve it up. So this part will be white, this part will be kind of black. And then the last thing to draw in for this piece is his last inhibitor ring falling off right here. So very similar to this shape right here that we have. We're just going to draw a curve line like this, round it off like that, kind of curve it in on this side here too, and just draw a curve line hugging that side. And yeah, that's about it. That's how you draw Chaos Boost Shadow. I don't think I'm forgetting any details. Oh, I am forgetting one. We can darken this line too. You would see a little bit more of his back spike right here, and you just draw that in with a curve line going up, and then in, and then again the kind of highlight or the red highlight that's on the spike. You'd see like just a little bit of it, and it's very similar to this ear shape, just kind of going up there. But yeah, that's all the details looking at it. So I will put the sketch that we just did right up here. I'll put the inked version that I did beforehand right up there. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's how you draw a Chaos Boost Shadow. Not very hard. Kind of a little bit of complicated shapes with like his hands. But nothing too extremely difficult. I think you guys can definitely do this one fairly well. But anyway, thank you again, Alex Rocky, for the request. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy Chaos Boosted Shadow. If any of you watching this have requests for me, all you need to do is leave what you want me to draw in the comment section below. I'll take your name, what you requested, put it on my how to draw list, and then on Sunday when I make a drawing video, I randomly pick one off the list, so there's no rhyme or reason. And since it's Sonic month this month, I'm doing a bunch of Sonic requests. So, anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, thanks, bye. Later.